Don't Reach For Me Now. That was a song originally, God, it goes back now because there was a TV programme, Inside Out, Sue Marchant. And I remember watching it and then sort of talking to Adrian afterwards about how you cope with elderly parents. And something which I've had to do, certainly over the last 6 years. And I don't envy anybody that's having to deal with the sort of thing that I'm dealing with. Having said that, you know, talk to Adrian. He's obviously gone through this process before with both sets of parents. So a deeply moving kind of conversation. And I forgot about it. And then this lyric appeared one morning when I was working on something else. I do because I was working on a dance track, we're still working on the dance track. And then this lyric came in and I thought, oh, that's all right. And I was glance reading it, if I'm really honest. I was glance reading it. I didn't really give it the full credit it deserved. But there was one line on there, classic Adrian line of lock the door to my asylum and throw away the key, I think was the original line. It might have been, and give you the key, but lock the door to my asylum, which is kind of this whole hopelessness of being lost and hopelessness. It doesn't get much more hopeless than lock the door to an asylum. I thought that won't ever appear in a song. And I sent it, I remember I sent it on to Gail. I said, there you go, it's a couple of lyrics from Adrian came through last night. And literally the next morning there was this voice clip came through. Gail records on her phone and then sent it across to me. And 9 times out of 10 I go, yeah, I can do that. But this was almost, there was the two that Don't Reach For Me Now. And so far it was all done. And even the beginning of the verse. And I immediately heard the whole song. I thought, I know how we're going to do this. And had to just change a few lyrics. It wasn't a big rewrite, which we normally do with Adrian lyrics, because he's very wordy. So, word to the wise there, Adrian. But when we recorded it, it was literally recorded, myself, Stuart and Gail all wrote it together in the room. I mean, with a piano track, is the original track. We haven't actually altered it because we just played it and just let it go. So it just worked. And I like the simplicity of it, so I didn't want to change any of this. We had an acoustic guitar and then she did a vocal demo. And we just let her at the end of the tune just go around the little rhythm thing, do as many ad-libs as she wanted. And it got packed up. And it got packed up for nearly, I think it was about a year before finally came back to it. It was like a bookend to the Coffin Road stuff we were doing. And yeah, even listening to this now, it's so simple, which is very unlike me. Normally I'd have layers and layers of this stuff. But simple roads, there's nothing produced. And the whole emptiness of it was what I loved about it. And then the other thing is the violin, because we'd done Coffin Road and Gone But Not Forgotten. I just wanted to reflect that kind of Gone But Not Forgotten as a bookend to the 3 songs. They all kind of fit. Gone But Not Forgotten is almost the same line. And if you're going to parody a line, you might as well parody your own. So, and it all just sat really nicely. And then we thought, well, let's produce a track. Sent the track out to John, put some percussion. Percussion, a beautiful percussion, just sits. Doesn't actually do a lot, just sits in the track. A few shakers, a few cajons on this one actually. A double bass, Dan Hawkins put a lovely double bass line on it. And then the biggest thing we did with it was to give it to James Pusey, sort of saying, oh, we need some guitar, because Stuart at this point was still recovering from his sort of tinnitus. And I said to James, just do what you hear, and he came out with this awesome layered guitars, and it kind of set the track alive. And we went back then, re-recorded the lead vocal as a final vocal against the full track. And I do remember on that last part of the song, and then sort of me and Stuart sitting there and said to go on, just do it one more time, but do it like it's your last time you're ever going to sing it. And at the end of that, when she's hitting Don't Reach For Me Now, there was about 1.5 minutes after the song when nobody spoke to each other. We thought, maybe we've created something a bit special here. Great song, love this song.